What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new video. My name is David Tarte. I'm a personal trainer, content creator, formerly a craft cocktail bartender and classical musician as well. Not sure how I ended up doing all that, but here we are. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about my experience in the gym, how the gym has changed my life, and a little bit about my own personal journey. So for those of you that don't know, I used to be pursuing a career as a classical musician. Being a musician, it teaches you how to be detail oriented. It teaches you how to solve problems, how to be a good colleague, how to communicate effectively, how to be artistic and be free and be creative. Obviously, as a content creator, making these videos also with personal training and just with lifting, it's all problem solving and it's all finding solutions to a problem. And I'm so grateful for my time that I spent studying music. I started playing the French horn when I was 10, all the way up until I was 22. So for me, I decided to go into music originally because I was really good, really talented French horn player, all the way up through high school, got into my top school of choice, Rice University, for college. It was kind of crazy though, because when you're 18, you're not really thinking about whether what you're doing is really what you want to do for the rest of your life. And I really just fell out of love with music and I started to kind of lose myself. You know, I've always been an overthinker. I've always been somebody who just like can't turn his brain off to the point where it's like almost anxiety inducing. And so those 4 years of college were very challenging for me, very self-destructive just on my mindset, on my belief. I was really in a low point, feeling depressed, not really feeling like I had any close friends or anybody that I could really talk to about what I was dealing with, because the school and the people that I was around was just so hardcore and everybody around me just seemed like they had it figured out, and I just felt kind of behind in that regard. And because of that, I started having just a lot of pain, a lot of back pain, shoulder pain. I was just holding so much tension, so much anxiety, just kind of pent up and just tight all the time. And I basically just got to a point in my senior year where I realized that I just needed to change. I needed to change, and I was really searching for an avenue of growth, since I knew that music wasn't really gonna be that avenue anymore. So COVID hit in 2020 and we all got sent home for classes. So when I got home, I decided, hey, like maybe I should start hitting the gym. I was having a lot of pain. I figured maybe the gym could help with my pain. And there was also a girl that I wanted to date, and I figured that if I get into the gym, I could kind of kill two birds with one stone. I started in my parents' basement, not really knowing much of anything. I never had a trainer. I just watched a lot of YouTube videos and just educated myself and just read lots of books. And just even 6 months after consistently training, I felt like I had the knowledge to at least train somebody who was just starting out, and I just became obsessed. I just loved just learning everything there was to know about lifting and just everything just all encompassing when it came to the gym. My point is, originally I had gotten into the gym because I wanted the validation of others. I wanted others to look at me and say, oh, he's changing, or he's leveling up, or he's doing this. At the end of the day, I just wanted to be seen, right? But what happened is, as I stayed consistent, right? 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I started seeing progress, and I started to really fall in love with the process of that improvement, because it felt like everything in my life at the moment was just stagnant, and I just like was stalling in life, and at least that's how it felt like. And so the gym kind of gave me that one area where it felt like I was making momentum and it felt like I was moving forward. And that was really the only thing that I had to cling to during that rough time. It was so crazy, just feeling depressed and had just broken up, and COVID had hit, and I was just really just second guessing everything. And so the gym really just made me feel like I was progressing in some way in life. It really transformed into something that I was doing for other people, into something that I started doing for myself. And then at that point, like, I became even more obsessed, because this thing was giving me purpose. It was giving me just so much, like, it was teaching me a lot, right? And I think especially early on, it gave me an initial confidence boost of like, okay, if I have this vision and I want to do something, I can work towards it every single day and I can then see progress. But the main thing with lifting and the whole gym, and I think so many people nowadays, they want that quick, explosive growth. They want to figure out how to make money fast. They want to figure out how to have that physique tomorrow. They want to figure out how to have that dream car tomorrow. And what the gym teaches you is it teaches you you're not gonna see growth from day to day. You're not gonna see those changes in the mirror day to day. But the point is that when you stay consistent, right? Doesn't matter how you feel. Some workouts are gonna be better than others. Some days are gonna be better than others, right? But the main thing is that I stayed consistent. That consistency over 1 year, over 2 years, over 3 years. And the crazy thing is, even after 1 year of consistently lifting, I was still a beginner and I still wasn't even close to where I thought I could be, right? My explosive growth didn't really come until like 2-3 years in. When you really see that process through, it teaches you a lot. It teaches you more so the persistence of literally putting a penny in the piggy bank every single day, and having it pay off, and it's still continuing to pay off is just like, it's just crazy, because once you learn that and you apply that into other areas of your life, you're literally unstoppable. But anyways, before I go on a whole long rant, so I started lifting, right? I was about 3 months in, felt like I had a really, really good physique, a little bit more confidence, felt like I was at least progressing in some way. For those of you wondering, I did end up dating the girl. We dated for about 7 or 8 months, right? It was really, really great. I kept hitting the gym, kept putting on muscle, and eventually the best feeling in the world is when other people notice. They say, hey, you've been lifting, you're looking bigger, man, you're looking good, like what are you doing? Like people started me asking questions, and it was kind of crazy because it made me feel like I was on the right path. And when everything around me was just like crumbling and everything around me just felt so depressing all the time, the gym was always there. The gym was always there. It was always a way for me to escape. It was always a way for me to just kind of be in my own world and just kind of allowed me to really find myself and shaped me into who I am today. It's one thing when you feel like life's not going your way and you feel like things are just stagnating and you feel like, you know, there's no direction in your life. Like you can look at the gym and you can look at what you've done and you say, I did that. I did that, and nobody can take that away from you, because getting a good physique or getting into good health or getting into good shape, it takes a lot of time, right? It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of consistency. And that's something that I always preach all the time, is like, I think so many people, they give up before they really allow themselves to reach that growth, and they never really go at it long enough to really see what their true potential is. And I just feel like nowadays, yeah, like I said, people just want that quick hit and they just want to see it tomorrow. But really allowing yourself to just see it through and just showing up day after day is really gonna be the best way to see the most amount of progress, not only in the gym, but also personally. Whatever you decide to do, whatever you wanna do with your life, guys, whether you have this dream, whether you have this vision, whether you have this goal, this big thing, like, you're the only person that can see where you wanna be. That ability to put a penny in the piggy bank every single day. Nobody cares how long it took you to get there once you get there, right? The only thing that matters is that you get there. And a lot of this game is just outlasting the people that are eventually gonna fall off. How many people are gonna stay with whatever they do? How many people are gonna stay consistent every day for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? Eventually that consistency adds up and you start reaching the upper echelons of whatever it is that you wanna do. And if there's one thing that the gym has taught me, it's that, okay, like if I can do this in my life now, I wonder what else I can do. I wonder what else I can accomplish. I wonder what else I can do if I really give it the level of consistency and the level of effort that I gave the gym. And that mindset alone is worth 5 years of hard work and consistency. You know, it gives you a confidence that you can genuinely, you know, just achieve whatever you set your mind to. Anyways, that's a little bit about me. Kind of touched a little bit on the music background, and there's a whole bartending in there as well that I didn't even get into. But guys, if you made it to the end of the video, I really appreciate you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.